Alright, what's up dweebs? So, given that we're coming on to the end of, Modern Warfare's life cycle, and we're coming up on the reveal of the new Call of Duty, I kinda just wanted to take a look back at my favorite weapons from Modern Warfare. Some of the ones that I felt were a bit underappreciated, and some that were just outright shit. And given the latest rebalancing patch that we had mid-season 4, now it's probably the best time to do it. So I'm gonna kick this series off with probably my favorite gun in the game, the AK47. Now, if you guys don't know, in the rebalancing patch, a bunch of different weapons were touched, and the AK47 was one of the weapons that actually got a pretty decent buff. I don't know if it's going to be decent to make any significant difference with the weapon, but they actually reduced the aim down sight speed by a pretty significant margin. I mean, granted, I don't think that's the buff that the AK47 needs, and you guys are going to see more of my thoughts as I get into it, but they did at least buff something. But yeah, I figured this is the perfect time, so I'm just gonna go back through, look at the different attachments, try out a few builds, and at the end I'm gonna give like my final thoughts on it, and I'm gonna give it a score out of 10 and give you guys the class setup that I use most often whenever I use my AK47. So I'd encourage you guys to stick around to the end. If you enjoyed today's content, I would encourage you to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm probably gonna go through all of the weapons in the game. I'm thinking the next one I'm gonna do is the M4, but I'll see you tomorrow. So I don't know where my obsession with the AK-47 started. I'm thinking it started back in Modern Warfare 2, but the Modern Warfare 2 AK-47 is definitely, well, I'd say way better than this one. And straight off the bat, so this particular AK-47 build that I'm using in this gameplay right now is without any attachments. So the rawest version of the AK-47 that you're gonna see, no attachments to help recoil, aim down sight speed or anything. Oh shit. Yeah, no attachments to help aim down sight speed, recoil or anything like that. And I mean, one of the first things for me, and this is my biggest problem with the AK-47, is the recoil. So out of all of the weapons, out of all of the assault rifles in the game, the AK-47 has the worst first shot accuracy. Well, the first few shots, they're incredibly inaccurate. And that's obviously because the AK-47 has higher caliber bullets, but the first few shots are incredibly inaccurate. Oh shit! So the gap between the first few shots actually makes it incredibly difficult for you to stay on target, especially at longer ranges. At medium ranges is okay because it doesn't bounce so much that it throws you off target, but at longer ranges, pretty difficult. Bro, he is camouflaging. So really, dude? Seriously, bro? Pussy. Alright, so the base AK-47 is not terrible, but it's definitely not good. So if I was to look at the attachments I would use to kind of build it normally, I'd probably pick the RPK barrel. On the barrel, I do commando foregrip, tack laser, probably stipple grip tape. And for the stock, now for the stock, I probably would have ran the no stock option before, but because of the recent nerfs to the no stock, and if you guys do look like a comparison of before and after, or even if, well, you can't do that, but if you were to watch like exclusive Ace video, or if you just had like experience using the no stock before and using it now. They increased the recoil, and this is both vertical and horizontal, significantly. So it kind of makes the attachment honestly pretty shit. Yo, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? All right. Ooh. But here's the problem that you run into whenever you kit the AK-47 with any of the longer barrels. The longer barrels being the Romanian barrel or the RPK barrel. Whenever you kit it like that, you run into the issue of movement speed and aim down sight speed. So because the movement speed and the aim down sight speed are reduced so significantly, it makes the gun handle like an LMG. I personally just don't feel like the trade-off in aim down sight speed and movement speed is worth it. What you doing, boy? Come here, boy. I'll take this. My guy's running a full-on RPK. Ooh, I'll take those.
UAV is ready for flyover.
Well, how you not dead, bro? Ooh. Shit. But yeah, as for me, the way that I like to use the AK-47 is kind of as a very mobile, high damage assault rifle. Most of the time, the ranges that I'm going to be engaging at are medium to short range, and I like to build it for speed. So aim down sight speed, movement speed, all that. What you doing, boy? Get out my face. But the way that I would have run it before would not have been with the Merc 4 grip, but something that this year's Call of Duty has been notorious for doing. There are a bunch of hidden attribute bonuses and negatives. And one of the recent discoveries by the community was that the Merc 4 grip also actually helps with movement speed. It actually increases movement speed by about 4%. So this actually just makes my mobility build a lot better. Now, the only other thing I'd say is worth mentioning about the AK-47 that makes it stand out from the rest of the assault rifles is the ammo conversion. So as many of you guys probably know, you can actually convert the AK-47 into an AK-74U if you kit it with the lower caliber ammunition. Now, obviously this reduces the recoil a bunch and it makes it a lot more manageable, but the trade-off is you get less damage and at range is a lot worse. But like I said, I don't use the AK-47 as a long range gun. So for me, it's kind of like it's still a decent trade-off. Like it feels good, and they did actually buff the ammo conversion, I think way back in season 2. And everyone thought the AK-74U was gonna be the new god gun, but eh. All right, so I'm gonna try something a bit different. In this build, I'm gonna use the skeleton stock, swap out the iron sights for the mini reflex sights, and we're keeping the ammo conversion for this one. Oh, there's no way. There's no way. Bro, you are so... What's wrong with you? Bro, what the f...
Enemies taking the hard point. Take off.
I knew you were there, you idiot. Not gonna lie though, like even though this is with all of the attachments that I said I wouldn't use, this build is pretty fire. Ah! Idiot. Get out my face, ho. So for me personally, when it comes down to it, this is how I prefer to build my AK-47. So generally I have a preference for submachine guns because of the movement speed and I just like that fast, twitchy gameplay. And I generally build all of my assault rifles in a similar fashion. So this is how I build my AK-47. So I have the Merc 4 grip. Like I said before, it improves hip fire accuracy, reduces vertical recoil, and the hidden bonus of improved movement speed. This may get patched at some point because I'm pretty sure how it is now is a bug. Since we have improved vertical recoil from the Merc foregrip, I figured I'd also add some recoil stabilization, which is what the muzzle brake is for. Now, in this particular build, I'm using the ammo conversion, and I don't know what else to say other than the fact that as I was using it for making this video, like I ended up liking it a lot more than I liked it before. Me personally, like I could do without it as well. So I could swap this out, like take it off completely, and then add maybe just the rubberized grip tape to get that additional recoil control that you would have lost by using higher caliber rounds. I am actually using an optic, and for stock, even though it's been nerfed so much, like because I like the movement speed and the aim down sight speed, like I'm willing to sacrifice on certain things like the no stock, giving me that loss in recoil control. Like I'm actually willing to sacrifice that just to have a faster playstyle. And even in an alternative build, I could even take off the mini reflex sight and run the tack laser. And this is as good of a build as the one I was using before. So I would kind of play around with these two builds, but these are the ones, are the attachment combinations that I've shown you that I would swap in and out. This is pretty much how I would build my AK47. So as a final standing in the assault rifle class, I mean, AK47, even though it's one of my favorite guns, it's still definitely near the bottom. Like when you're coming up against things like the ACR, the Kilo 141, the M4, which is a literal god gun in this game, the M13, which has the lowest recoil, the Ram 7, the GRAW, which is fucking insane, and then the CR56 AMAX, which was recently added and by all measures is literally outright a better AK-47. I think you'd be hard pressed to find a reason to use the AK-47 other than just liking the aesthetic of it and for like nostalgia value, which is pretty much me. So like in my opinion, I'd give it, like honestly, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Like for me personally, like it's the gun that I like to use, but it's just not a good gun in this game. I think if they wanted to actually improve the AK-47, what I would do is I would definitely reduce the recoil between those first 3 to 4 shots. I'd give it less side to side bounce, and I'd improve the aim down sight speed and the movement speed with the longer barrels. That's the only thing I could think of to make this gun better. And I feel like even then, the GRAW is still better, the M4 is still better. Like unless they went absolutely disgusting with it and made it OP, like I just don't see the AK-47 taking that place as one of the best guns in the game. But that's just my humble opinion. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments below. If you guys agree with me or if you guys disagree with me, feel free to leave a like or a dislike. If you guys think there's anything that I missed, also you can leave that in a comment below, because I am genuinely interested in different builds for the AK-47 because it's my favorite gun. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.